Mr. Akufo-Addo did comment on the president's inaugural speech. Permit us to use this opportunity to throw more light on that. To plagiarize, according to 21st Century Dictionary, is to copy ideas, passages of text, etc. from someone else's work and use them as if they were one's own. The NDC and their apologists refer to portions of His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo's inaugural speech and described his conduct as, I quote, intellectual dishonesty and academic fraud, unquote. But the question to ask is, who is the original source of those words used by President Akufo-Addo? Certainly not President Bush. Those words were first used by President Woodrow Wilson. Since that high-profile submission by President Woodrow Wilson, 13 U.S. presidents have used those same words in their inaugural addresses. So who has used whose words? The truth is that the biographer of President Woodrow Wilson acknowledged that those words were not originally from President Wilson. The original person who rendered that powerful sermon remains unknown. The importance of those words found expression in the speeches of 14 American presidents, the last one being President George Bush. None of them made any attributions because the original source remains unknown. That explains why President Bush was not accused of plagiarism. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Akufo-Addo and his colleagues understand this. They will know that there was no bad faith, no shame, and no disgrace, no improper conduct of intellectual dishonesty, and no academic fraud on Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It is said that if only the NDC has spent the same amount of time doing research about the woes of the ordinary Ghanaian, they rather would have held the inaugural banquet. It is quite instructive, ladies and gentlemen, to remind ourselves that when in his 2013 inaugural speech, as President John Dramani Mahama also stated, and I quote, "In your hands, my Lord, my fellow citizens, more than mine, will rest the final success or failure of our cause," unquote. He also borrowed the lead from President J.F. Kennedy's inaugural speech. The same words existed in paragraph 22 of President Kennedy's speech. Why did the NPP not make an issue out of it? The bottom line is that the NPP looked at substance and not the spirit.